thing that struck me about the moratorium is that it seems like an arbitrary date was set, November 30th or 6 months, whatever the cutoff date is. And that, you know, knowing a little bit about research, knowing a little bit about how geology works and exploration, that type of industry, I don't know what you can solve in 6 months' time, or how that they could say just, well, 6 months is going to be long enough for this moratorium. The whole thing seems very arbitrary to me. Am I wrong in that, or is it just?
Well, they said 6 months, but then the president appointed a commission, and the chairman of the commission, one of the co-chairs of the commission, immediately said, well, you know, it probably is going to take a lot longer than 6 months for us to develop recommendations about what we think is a safe way to proceed. You know, the fact of the matter is, after you get 2 or 3 months into this, it really doesn't much matter anymore, because those syndicates that own those rigs are going to move them. They're going to contract. They might not, you know, move out exactly on that day, but they're going to sign the contracts and take them somewhere else. So we feel a real immediate need right now in the state of Louisiana. That clock is ticking every day. More decisions are being made that's going to impact jobs. It's going to impact people's lives. It's going to impact governmental revenue in the state of Louisiana. And the 6 months, when you get to 6 months, it'll long before you get to that point will it not matter anymore.
How it seems to me that people think that you can take away all the jobs in Louisiana and put this state into a complete state of depression, and that it's somehow magically not going to affect the rest of the country. Isn't this going to have a drastic effect on the economy of the rest of the country?
You know, we have a 9.5% unemployment rate for the nation right now, which is very understated because millions of people have just quit looking for work. So you probably have a de facto unemployment rate of around 15%, somewhere in that neighborhood. You know, why would anybody want to risk causing another 40, 60, 80, 100,000 jobs in this country, regardless of where they are, to disappear? You know, why would anybody want to do that when you don't have to do that? When there's other ways to you know, to solve the problem that we have. But you know, back to your point, yeah, you know, if you look at the manufacturers who supply this offshore oil and gas industry, they aren't all in South Louisiana. You have people in Michigan doing drill pipe. You have people in Texas, Oklahoma, Ohio, who do the instrumentation, the complex technology that goes into offshore drilling. There's companies all over the United States and the world that's providing, you know, these supplies to the industry. You have workers from all over. They aren't all in Port Fourchon, Louisiana. I think I saw something the other day that said 68% of employment in 68% of the congressional districts in the United States could be impacted by the moratorium going forward. So it is a national situation and a national problem.
What are you doing? What is Louisiana, you being lobbying, what is Louisiana business doing about the moratorium?
The main thing that we want to do is get our story heard. We formed a group called Gulf Citizens United. We invited all the local chambers of commerce in the state, the trade associations, local governments to team together. We had a big meeting and we decided that we wanted to formalize the group, which we did in the form of Gulf Citizens United, and that we wanted to raise some money to tell the folks in Washington and nationwide two things. First of all, the extent of the devastation this is going to cause to the economy of the state of Louisiana, to people who really don't deserve it. I mean, we've been through hurricanes, we've been through all kind of disasters. We went through the Depression in the 80s because of the plunge of the oil prices. None of that was caused by a governmental edict. This would be caused by governmental edict. We want to tell that story, and we also want to let them know that when you're talking about 30% of the crude oil supply of the United States coming from the Gulf of Mexico, and you start turning that valve off to shut that down, which this moratorium is going to do, it won't take long for people all over the United States to feel the impact of that.
Tell me about the structure of Gulf Citizens United and what your goal is.
Well, we're just forming it up now. We have a board of directors. We've gotten incorporated. We're putting up a website this week. We'll be participating in the big rally in Lafayette, the moratorium rally that'll be held in Lafayette on the 21st. And basically, we're inviting everyone to become. The website will be www.gulfcitizensunited.org. We would like to have people join us. We'll have information on the website. We'll have, things for the national media to tune in and get information on. And like I said, we want to raise money to do both some print ads in the Washington, D.C. area to tell our story, and to do research to get the data out and put together, and hopefully to get some earned and free media as well to help, let the nation know this is going to be devastating, not just for this state, but for the nation as a whole.